Welcome to Life Fit with the DVD. Welcome back. Thanks for being here. It's been a while since I have made a video, and I wanted to get into why that was and what that has kind of been about for me. So, the first thing is I have been really busy with my main vocation and what I do for a living. And that has been very stressful recently, very time consuming. And I've had to take a step back even from that to really consider a bunch of things around that and the direction it's going. And that's just been a bit of a process. So I haven't had a whole lot of bandwidth and really grounding to generate ideas and focus on this channel and what that has been about. But on the other end of things, I really enjoy making these videos on this channel, and even though I think the quality could be a lot better, and I would like to make it better, there's been this um, disconnect between where my skills are and where they have been, what they've been focused on, and where I actually think my skills are. And I've highlighted this in, I think, a number of videos here. However, I have been pretty confused on where exactly I need to take things to really get the desired effect and place myself where I need to be moving forward. So, my background is in economics. My degree was in business economics. I did have a minor in psychology, and I think that has balanced me for a lot of things in life with the quantitative and qualitative things. But many of the things that I've gotten into has been very hard sciences, accounting, finance, coding, programming. I have a lot of degrees in these things, in these business aspects of things. However, a lot of my skills, as I'm learning, as I get older, have been more focused on the soft side of things, the qualitative, the mind, understanding behavior, how things work. And that psychology minor really kind of highlights that this gift was kind of there for me the whole time. However, I didn't look at it as a useful thing. And I look at my entire career and I see, this soft side of skills, and it's been kind of there. But that's actually where the majority of my skills are. The other things that I have been interested in have mostly just been out of the curiosity to learn and to investigate and to know how these things work and how I can apply them in my life. And it has served me very well so far, I would say. However, at the same time, in creating this channel and, with how I spend most of my time and, where I kind of want to take this, I've been very confused on how to transition myself from using these hard skills and making ends meet and transitioning them into the soft skills and making them work in a way that can work for me and everybody else, of course, going forward. So that has been really my main kind of hang up on this, is that I haven't had enough time for idea creation for this channel, and then the confusion around where I really want to take this and how I want to kind of move forward. And because there has been an internal conflict within myself, it's just resulted in a lot of trying to stay away from it. So instead of staying away from it today, I'm just going to talk about it here and really just kind of put it out there, because I'm not sure exactly what the solution is, but of course, now that I've had a little bit of time to step away from my other vocation, at least for a little bit, it's giving me some more bandwidth to focus on this. So The other thing that has been and will be a growing thing coming, moving forward is that I will be a father soon, and that is a matter of days at this point, which I am very excited about. I am excited to meet my child and be a father, and I'm really looking forward to that overall. But to that end, there's been a lot of preparation and a lot of things that I know that I'm going to need to focus on, uh, you know, even after that happens. So, thinking about the future for this channel and what that means, I'm not entirely sure yet. It's not that I want to stop, I absolutely want to continue, but I think it might need to shift into maybe a different direction, a more focused direction. And I think that experience of, being a father might change that for me. That's my suspicion, but I don't entirely know yet. um, so, obviously everybody has their own opinions on what that experience is like and how that shapes out for them. But I think for me, because there's been so much in my life that I perceive differently, it's going to be very unique for me, and we'll see how that goes. I anticipate it will be not as bad as some other people that I know like to say that it is, and not that they don't like the experience, but they say that it's challenging, right? So I think with all of these things just kind of weighing on me, it's this is where I've been overall, and I think there's just this process where I realize that I'm going to have to shift where I'm going, and this is kind of just a transitional process that I am sorting out for myself, and how things are going to shake out. I don't entirely know yet, and I think that's exactly where I need to be and how it needs to be. I don't think things are going to be clear, and I think just acknowledging that is really the best thing that I can do to just adapt and move forward in the best way that's going to work. Um, However, definitely want to keep making videos, but I think ultimately I want to be a little bit more niched and focused in what I'm doing and the topics that I'm talking about, how that can work for you, how that has helped me from my experience, and ultimately I want to help everybody, get to where they need to go. Right? We all have our own goals, objectives, and those can be challenging to walk through when you aren't entirely clear on that. I think for some people, we get to kind of create that vision, that goal, and nobody really is going to know what that looks like except us, right? It's up to us. And it's a matter of getting out of our own way and trying to get some form of clarity around that we're going to be able to move forward. And we're not going to be able to listen to other people necessarily. And when I say listen, they might not understand what our vision is, and maybe our vision is so kind of nebulous and out there. Not that we don't have it clearly visioned, but um, it's a challenge to kind of articulate that, and letting other people know where all of that's at. Well, they're not going to be able to give you the best advice. You're going to know for yourself, but other people can mirror back to you what you're kind of giving them, right? And frankly, that's what I'm good at, right? I'm good at seeing the potential in other people and how how they can potentially move, right? Looking at myself and focusing kind of my laser attention on myself is much more of a challenging thing to do when I look at myself and my web of knowledge that I've talked about many times, and it's very kind of broad, and seeing how that can apply to other people, though, is a much easier thing because I've experienced many things and investigated a tremendous amount. So ultimately, I'm sorting through the best path to walk and how that's going to work for me. What is going to work energetically for me is really the biggest question, because when I think about these things in specific directions, when it comes down to if it can last, I have to be asking myself, is my energy going to be there for that venture, for that idea, for this direction? And that is, I think, the hardest thing when it comes to focusing on my vision. That is the challenge, because a lot of times we don't know. We don't know how things are going to work out, how it's going to feel, whether our energy and motivation are going to be into it until that experience happens. And even when that experience happens, it might just take us a different direction than we had thought. So me even creating this channel is has been very eye-opening in the direction that it's taking me. How my motivation has been very focused and idea generated, and then it's kind of just it's shifting. It's shifting right now, and I'm not entirely sure where it's going to go. But ultimately, what I do know is I want to share and have just share my experience along the way to hopefully help others that are trying to figure it out for themselves. Um, I think the other thing too that has been kind of a motivation killer has been YouTube or Google has like rejected my authentication. I don't know why. It makes no sense. So I can't even post like external links, and that's been a little bit of a bummer and has made me question like, well, how am I supposed to share things if I can't actually share them on this platform? So that's a whole other thing that I'm not entirely sure. But ultimately, I just do want to continue with this and at least share where I'm at, where this could be going, and figuring it out along the way. So if you need help figuring out, your own path and direction, I'd love to help. Let me know in the comments, since there's no other way for me to let you know through a external link or anything like that. But yeah, I mean, I know that we all have our own challenges and our own time and energy and all of this stuff, and it's just always interesting the journey that we all take to try to get to where we need to be, and looking at where we've been and where we're going or where we think we're going. And it's a pretty amazing process, but as always, it's a journey. So if you enjoyed this video, like or subscribe. That'd mean a lot to me. And yeah, let me know some of your own challenges that you've had with your own work and your creation, and yeah, let me know what works for you and what doesn't. So until next time, whenever that might be, I will talk to you later. All right, bye.